Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Fallout 4. My name is Brian, your host and commentator, and here we are right outside the entrance to Kitty Kingdom, the south entrance. So we're going to go claim our stashes throughout the parks. You want to do this before we complete the quest that we're doing, Home Sweet Home, for this episode. Just got to grab just a few things, or even just like look at it. I grab all the ammo, the caps, and the tickets and tokens. Now I'm going to fast travel to the Nuka-World bottling plant because it's much quicker to get there that way than it is to run over there, and then I'll probably run to the Safari Zone. But the disciples were given Kitty Kingdom, so as you know, they're going to be the gang that rebels against me. And like I said in the previous episodes, I didn't give them a single park or settlement. That's right, we're going to give our gang settlements this episode. I didn't give them a single one of each of those. So it was easy for them to rebel. In between the 3 settlements that you dish out during the quest and the 5 parks, there's only 8 that you can give total, so one of your gangs ends up getting screwed. You can only do, the closest you can get is 3, 3, and 2. If you have 2 gangs that have the same amount that are low, then the game kind of randomly picks one. So if you do if you do 4 to one gang and then 2 to the other 2 gangs, then it just picks one of those other 2 gangs. Alright, so let's just run to the Safari Zone. It's right next door after this autosave. Come on, autosave. Wasting time. I'm gonna head over here though, because I know this will let me out. I'll just trot on over to the Safari Adventure. We're gonna head back to the Commonwealth for this episode. We have to set up some raider bases there. Where? Oh, here we go. Yeah, we just need to go across here. I'm going completely the wrong way. My intelligence is still 32 or something. Just hop over that. Safari Zone. You could also, I guess, just fast travel to the entrance of each of them. The Galactic Zone has it right at the entrance. Theirs is really nice. I like where theirs is. And while we're here, let's go ahead and talk to, excuse me, let's talk to Cito. See what he has to say about his new friends. Or did he, we already did that, didn't we? Yeah, I think we did that. Mason? Maybe we didn't. I don't know, maybe I did in my other file or something. Let's see. I want to show it off, because remember, I was like, if you assign the pack, he is like, yeah, he comments about all 3 gangs, but if you assign the pack, he's like, Cito like new friends. Really happy about it. And the pack will like them. I feel like we may have spoken to them, but I think I might have also just have done it on my practice profile, and that's what's making me think about it.
Friends, not hurt family.
Yeah, Excuse they won't.
Me. Pack men wear funny clothes. Make Cito laugh. Cito like Pac-Men. They like family, like Cito like
Yeah,
family.
they do. They like animals, bud. They're all about them animals. You got anything else to say?
Hey there.
Cito not meet many people.
Alright, well, I guess not. Let's leave. We have 3 more halls to grab, and then we gotta go talk to Shank. Begin setting up these outposts. Make sure you have the materials to build generators, and you just basically need a bunch of the the standard copper, all that stuff. I don't know, steel, whatnot. Doc Phosphate Saloon. Let's just fast travel because it's right outside the saloon, right next to it. Getting these knocked out of the way. Knocking them out of the way. And then there's the employee. You can enter that employee area, but I'll save it for when we do the power plant. I'll show off the 3. There's 3 locations. There's the employee area in Dry Rock Gulch that you can access. There's that area where the gunner gang remains were inside the bottling plant in the World of Refreshment. I don't know if you remember that. And then there was and then there's that top of Nuka, whatever, where the Star Core is. Alright, I'll run to this one. But yeah, and then there's the one at the top of Nuka. What is that? Starship Nuka. There we go. That's where the last Nuka star, the last Star Core is located. So we'll just head out this entrance because it's kind of boring watching me fast travel everywhere. And Galaxy Zone's right across the way. Let that AP refill. There you go. Almost full. We're going to head back. We'll just cut through here. I guess it would have been quicker maybe to fast travel. I don't know. I'm not going to worry about it, though. I want to bore you guys with fast travel. But like I said, we want to do this before. I guess, I mean, we did the... I want to knock them all out at the same time because we did the one that I cared about, which was like the one where the disciples were and they're going to, you know, turn on Mare and whatnot. So I already took care of that one. But I just want to clear them off of my miscellaneous quest list. Clear that up a bit, you know. Clean it up. It's getting a little stuffy. And that's all of them, right? Okay. Cool. Talk to Shank. Yeah, I think that's it. Let's check out our miscellaneous. Yeah, so now we just have finished repairing the mainframe. Then open season and home sweet home. So let's go talk to Shank. Let's fast travel to this one, though. Definitely going to fast travel to this one. We'll go to the USA. He's outside the market. He's not in the market, so don't mistake him for being inside the market. He's right at the entrance. Oh, this is going to be my last episode I record today. Recorded 5 episodes today, including this one. It's like 3.5 hours of recording. Oh. It's a lot. It's a lot. The parlor. So yeah, we're going to assign 3 settlements. He's going to have you kind of build up one. And we're just going to do the one. You don't have to build up the other 2. You just got to like secure them. So those will go a bit quicker. But the first one we have to build up. And I'm going to assign 1 settlement to each of the raider gangs just to keep the narrative going.
Liking what you've done with the place, boss. The gang certainly seem pleased with their new little kingdoms. Haven't seen people this
Plus, I
way
want to see the
since
difference
last time
in when
someone
there's a
spiked
gang
the
around
wrong
after they've
fountains.
rebelled.
Never formally introduced myself.
Like once you've given them parks and
Name's
stuff.
Shank. And if you and Nuka-World's favorite Cyclops are standing here, well, I suppose
You just gonna take that, Porter?
to finally get things back on track. How long did it take him to convince you it was time to move on the Commonwealth?
Hey now, no convincing, just a friendly conversation between like-minded individuals.
And what makes you think I've been convinced?
Well, if you aren't yet, you sure as hell should be. Giving the gang spots to call their own around the park, it bought you some goodwill. But providing them with their own domains, carved from the settlements of the Commonwealth, well, I can't think of a better way to solidify your place around here. Plus, make us all a pretty penny along the way. If that interests you, well, all you've got to do is say the word, and we can let the fun begin.
I wanted to ask about your role in this.
I'm listening.
Which gang do you work for?
Don't work for the gangs. Gage brought me in to work for the overboss. Plan was I'd advise Coulter in his grand scheme to run roughshod over the Commonwealth. And, despite Coulter's change of heart, I've kept my ear to the ground, just in case that day ever came. I'm hoping today might finally be it.
What is it that you get out of helping me do this?
I've been well taken care of up to this point. I ain't greedy, but people with my kind of talents aren't common. All I'm looking for is a continuation of the lifestyle I've become accustomed to, and the same piece of the Commonwealth pie.
You're a
everyone
smooth
else
guy,
around
Shank.
here is
I like
itching
you.
to take a bite of.
So, what exactly is it you do?
I'll walk you through all the ins and outs of getting us established on the other side of those mountains. Claiming territory, running jobs, keeping folks loyal. Gage and Coulter also tasked me with keeping on top of the goings-on back there. So I'll provide you with guidance on the places we can hit and the places we can't. Kind of makes me your one-stop shop for causing havoc in the Commonwealth.
That was all I had.
So,
If I'm gonna do this, I don't want to hurt people.
no fun in that. But look, you're the overboss. You decide you want to sweet-talk the poor sods we're going to be dealing with instead of filling them full of lead? That's up to you. But I can't change the fact that you're going to have to run some people out of their homes so we can give them to the gangs. No one said being boss was going to be easy. Now,
Okay, let's get started.
Music to my ears.
Shank ain't kidding. This is gonna be all kinds of fun.
So getting us set up in the Commonwealth's gonna require 3 things. Territory, provisions, and loyalty. First things first. Territory. We're gonna need to claim a settlement for our gang to work from. An outpost. And there are 2 ways to claim new territory. You can head in yourself and convince the locals to leave. Or I can get a crew together and you all can put them in the dirt. How you do it is up to you. So, first...
So you can choose to be passive
You
or
wanna
aggressive
talk
in
them
taking
off their
each of these
land?
settlements.
Or you want to wipe them out.
I think you know what I'd rather do, boss.
I do, but we're not going to do that. Jeez.
Is there a
Calm
difference
down,
between the
Porter.
approaches?
We're nice raiders,
Settlers will
okay?
probably rally
We're polite
some
raiders.
bodies if you try and wipe them out. But it's a guaranteed way to claim a spot. If you try to scare them off their land, there's a chance they might just tell you to take a hike. At that point, you might be able to buy them off. But it could end up getting expensive if you don't work them over a bit first. Beyond just that, there are some places out there overrun with trouble. Ghouls, children of Adam and the like. Those places aren't going to be interested in having a chat. So you're going to have more options if you go in gun.
Let me talk to them. I'll convince them to leave.
Works for me. Once you've planted your flag in the place, I'll send a crew in to set up shop. Now, next up, you'll have to pick who you want to hold your outpost once it's established. Of course, every outpost you claim for a gang is going to be something the other gangs don't have. And none of them like the thought of their rivals getting a leg up on them. Worth thinking over as you dole out more territory. So, which gang should I have join you?
So I'm going to have the pack come with me
plan?
first to establish this first outpost. I'm going to do the same
Sure.
settlements I did on
I'll
my
get a
practice
steak on a
playthrough as
string
well.
or something.
Gotta let the dogs run around every once in a while, huh?
That just leaves the target. Now for a new outpost, you'll usually want to target a spot with plenty of populated settlements nearby that might be able to feed our people later on. Taffington Boathouse, Croup Manor, Greentop Nursery, the Slog all had a good number of farms within striking distance last I checked. Though I'll need to go through my notes again. Make sure they're all still good to target. We're not always going to be able to run every job against every settlement. So, you ready to pick the spot for Nuka-World's first...
We can't target certain settlements with certain jobs?
Unfortunately. Can't talk people off their land if there's no one around to talk to and the like. Most cases, I'll try to let you know why we can't target a place. But the biggest hindrance is if there's already some activity going on there. Though if that is the case, that Pip-Boy of yours might be able to give you some info on whatever might be blocking us hitting that spot. Now, you...
What were those targets you'd recommended before?
Croup Manor, Taffington Boathouse...
We're going to do Greentop
Greentop
Nursery for the
Nursery,
first one.
and the Slog.
The Slog will also
Again, I
be
can't
integrated into this
guarantee
quest,
those
but
will
not
all be
as a
available targets
raider
till I check
outpost.
my notes. But if
You'll
they
see what
are,
I mean when we get to
they're
that.
certainly a good place to start. Now you ready to make your...
I'm ready.
Good. So, where do you...
Now he checks his notes, and since this is a 100% walkthrough and we explored every location already, we have every
Wait,
settlement. He's going to be
pretty
like,
sure
every
that
single
place is
time, he's
one
going to be
of
like,
yours,
that's one of your
boss.
places, boss. You
That's
sure you
where
want to
you
hit it? And you got to be like, yeah, let's see what
Does
this...
that matter?
Only if you want to keep control of it.
Yeah, you do
Targeting
lose
a
control of
settlement
them,
for a
though.
job is going to break whatever connections you might have had to the place. Worth taking a moment to consider how much you like having that spot under your thumb. So, that the target?
That one's the target.
Ruthless. So, to get
Ruthless.
these folks to scram, you got 2 main options. Buy them out, or scare them off. Either way, the more afraid they are, the simpler or cheaper getting them gone will be. Lizzie Wyeth over with the operators should have some toys that'll make running them off easier. And it's worth keeping in mind, The more populated or fortified a place is, the more prep you're gonna want to do before trying to run them off. Happy hunting, boss.
Now, yeah, you can go talk to the certain members of these gangs, and they'll give you assistance. Lizzie Wyeth, for example, gives you a like persuasion grenade and the recipe for it, as well as something else. I can't remember, but it helps you out. So we're gonna go to the parlor and talk to her really quick. See what she has in store. I think we tried talking to her when we were here a few, like 10 episodes ago or whatever, when we were exploring Nuka-Town, USA, and she was not very talkative. Because she saved all her talking to save for this. Amoral combat. Talk to Fritch. Cool, that started. Good. I have not started that on my practice playthrough for some reason. I don't know why it hasn't started. But let's go ahead and talk to Lizzie Wyeth. She was the lady mixing things in here, like the alchemist or something.
Hey, Lizzie.
The scientist.
Both the boss. A pleasure. Shank said you might need some tools to ease relations with the people of the Commonwealth. Well, you've come to the right place. I've put together a couple of toys that should make getting what you want out of those roofs easier. Only thing we ask in return is that you remember the operators when you're handing out new territory on the other side of the mountains.
What exactly have you got?
So, first up, something to manipulate a target. It's a homemade distillation brewed to mimic human flight pheromones. Toss one of these grenades at the feet of your target, and convincing the wary settler suddenly becomes a much simpler affair. Now, to function effectively, I had to make the formula precise. So it's not going to work on people in any of the big towns like Bunker Hill or Diamond City.
Weird cop-out reason, but okay.
But for your purposes, hitting settlements out in the Commonwealth, it ought to give you a serious edge.
So, it only works at settlements. Are there any other restrictions I need to know about?
Nothing beyond that. I've been trying to get the formulas working better for more varied environments. But for now, the current brew should serve.
Take any advantage I can get.
Well, this should give you one. Here. Only had enough to make the one locally. But you can take the recipe as well, should you find yourself. So, the other trick up our sleeve is a little more broad spectrum than the grenades. Gulp down a couple lungfuls, and anyone you speak to will be far more apt to give you what you want. Plus, I've winnowed down the addiction risk to near zero, so no need to fear repeat usage. Here, ingredients for that one have been tricky to find, but between that and the grenade, you should have no problem getting at least one settlement under your control before you have to brew up your own. And just remember us when you're crushing those poor settlers underfoot,
All right, sounds good. So we got a persuasion grenade, and we got that chem that you can use to. I think it increases your charisma and does something else. I don't know. We'll check it out when we use it. But for right now, we gotta go travel to Greentop Nursery, which is in the Commonwealth. And this is a pain in the ass because we're gonna be doing a lot of fast traveling this episode, so much that I may cut him out. So this might be the last black screen here that you see as far as fast traveling goes. I don't know. We'll see how I'm feeling. It is going to be a long episode, so I feel like I might end up doing that because I already have a lot of editing to do anyways for all these episodes. God, I have a lot of editing. Not looking forward to that. Whoa. Looking extra on point right now, crazy lady. Let's go to the Commonwealth. Alright, so we're here at Greentop Nursery, and since this settlement is under my control... Oh yeah, we're not allied to it anymore. That's right. I was like, since it's under my control... Alright, so we're here at Greentop Nursery. I'm gonna edit out all the fast travel. Let's talk to this settler leader.
What do you want?
Are you the one in charge around here?
About as much as anyone, sure. Now you...
There's a gang of raiders coming for this place. Mine. But if you leave right now, I promise you, we won't have any problem.
You want this place? Listen.
Look, I'm trying to help you here. You need to go. Now.
Look, why don't you just do us
Oh,
both
yeah?
a favor and scram?
Attempt failed. Well, let's see what happens. when I pop smooth operator.
Don't you worry about
You stay here another minute, and trust me.
Christ. There's no need.
Uh-huh.
Gage was like, hell yeah. Now we're gonna need a raider flag. And we gotta wait for all this shit to, all this whatever, to end. Preston hated that. Well, fuck Preston, dude. I don't care. We're checking with your crew. What's up, guys?
Yeah, this place ain't too bad. We gotta get supplies coming in. Head back.
Hey there.
Fine.
Alright, so that's...
Don't think all this.
It's really dumb that they make you do that instead of just heading back and talking to Shank. So anyways, now we gotta fast travel and go talk to Shank, so... Which, I think you use... Yeah, it's over here on the left side. So this is how you get back to Nuka-World. Eventually he moves to the Commonwealth, so there's a lot less fast traveling back and forth like this, so... That's cool, but for the meantime, yeah, we gotta do this. So anyways, I'll see you in Nuka-World. Alright, talking to Shank.
Well, rumor going around is that some big bad raider boss strolled into the Commonwealth and talked a group of settlers right off their land. Not too shabby.
it's a damn good start.
I'll make sure your cut of any caps the outpost pulls in are waiting in your quarters. So, now that we got part 1 on the books, we can move on to part 2, provisions. If you want to hang on to this newfound territory, you're going to need to convince a nearby settlement to start handing over shipments of supplies. I'll make sure those shipments get distributed direct to the outpost. Any caps they provide will be waiting in your trunk up in Fizztop. And the more a settlement produces for itself, the more of each we can get them to cough up. Now, like before, the method's up to you. You can try talking to them yourself, convince them to hand over the goods, or you and a crew can introduce some bullets to some kneecaps.
Why stop at kneecaps?
Are there any details I should know about these methods?
Well, these jobs run pretty similar to those for claiming territory. Using force will give you more places you can target. Plus, settlers can't just blow you off. You try scaring them into paying up without laying some groundwork first, it could end up being a costly endeavor. Now, any thoughts on how...
Let me talk to them.
So this isn't
I'll
going
get
to
them
take
to
it
hand
over
over
as
what
a
we
settlement. It's going to make it a supply,
Sure.
place or whatever.
So, which crew you want keeping an eye on the place once you get them to bend the knee?
We'll go with the operators. And this also doesn't
I'll
count
send
as
word
one of
along.
their territories.
that's
It's
left
not
is
one
the
of their
target.
settlements.
Only wrinkle is that it's got to be near our crew's new outpost. No settlement's just gonna hand over goods if there's no one close by to follow up on threats. And if you ever want to see for yourself which settlements are within range of our outpost, you can check the map in your Pip-Boy. The Slog might be a good choice to hit, though I'd have to confirm that's still the case. So, what's the target?
Yep, we're going to hit the Slog.
Huh. Was that... Oh, that place. Isn't...
That one's the target.
Of course, boss. So, to get these settlers to cough up provisions, they need to know. You can try convincing them to pay up. Tools from the operators could also... Plus, having an outpost near... Building a Nuka-World radio transmitter at an outpost within range of the target will let them know we're closing in on them. Your Pip-Boy map should show you which outposts are close enough to serve. And if none of that works, well, I suppose you could always try paying one of them to convince the rest. Plenty of ways for you to skin this cat. Have fun.
Oh, I will. I believe the other gangs have, like, grenades for, like, attacking or something. Anyways, so let's go back to Green Top Nursery because we're going to build a transmitter there.
The zoo's bigger than ever, but we can manage
All
our
right,
shit.
now that we're here at Green Top Nursery. Raider, the pack. Get pack stuff, pack mannequin. I love it. Anyways, that's not where I wanted to be. Or was it? Maybe it was. Oh, resources. Here we go. Let's get a Nuka-World transmitter. And now we need to power it with a generator. Man, I haven't messed with all this in a long time. We'll attach the wire, and that's going to make it easier to intimidate the slog into supplying us. Happiness is going down. Alright. Now let's go ahead and head to the slog, which is nearby. Yeah, it's to the east over there. Don't even need to fast travel. I'm going to use the persuasion grenade to help convince them. And then once we do, the operators will take over the area. Well, you'll see them like hanging out around, like kind of watching over and protecting the place and all that. Becomes a raider like supply house. And then that's a raider outpost right there that we were at to help defend the checkpoint. Yeah, if you want to help your fellow Minutemen defend the checkpoint, go for it. I'm not going to do that. We got a quest. I guess I should have fast traveled, but I didn't want to do more editing. I'm ignoring you. Oh, God. Okay, cool. Woo! I was like, please don't. All right. So we got Wise Man here. He's the leader. Remember Wise Man? I can't remember last time we talked to these guys. It was a while ago, but persuasion grenade.
Hey, you.
Was that a... Phew. Hey, you need something?
Time to pay up.
You ever heard of Nuka-World?
The theme park with all the raiders? Sure. Why?
I'm here to make you an offer. This place will supply me and my friends in Nuka-World caps, food, whatever you got. In exchange, we won't bother you.
Oh, I don't know. A lot of hard work goes into this place. Can't just give it to you.
Can't just give it to you.
Listen, you're gonna start working for me now, alright? Just keep the supplies coming and we won't have any problems.
Fine. If it'll get you off my back.
Bada bing, bada boom. Shake down the slog. Okay, I'm assuming we go back and talk to Shank. Yep, alright, so fast travel back to Nuka-World. I'll see you at Shank.
There's a lot of yapping about wiping us out.
Then I guess we'll just have to let them know who they're dealing with. You did good. Now get going. The adults are gonna discuss this.
What was that all about? Dun dun dun.
This would happen sooner or later. Our outposts caught the attention of some of our new neighbors in the Commonwealth. An outside crew of raiders think we're honing in on their territory. Sounds like they're planning to tear the place up, and our people with it. Suppose this provides us a good opportunity to make an example. You thinking what I'm thinking?
Mayhem and destruction is what I'm thinking. For what it's worth.
What can you tell me about this gang?
Not a whole lot.
Hey, who the fuck are
Our
these
scout
punks?
said the boss calls himself Sinner. Claims to have a decent-sized crew ready to take what we stole fair and square. Suppose he just needs to learn who his betters are. So, are you and I of the same mind on how that ought to get done?
I will rip them to shreds personally.
Bingo. Only language raiders in the Commonwealth understand. force. But you should probably get going. You wouldn't want to keep our new friends waiting. Wouldn't be neighborly.
All right, let's fast travel back to the Green Top Nursery.
You all deaf or something? You the Nuka-World waste pile that thought you could move your gang into Sinner's territory and live? You give me one good reason I shouldn't slice you open and eat your heart right here.
You listen closely. This land is ours. So turn around and crawl back under whatever rock you came from. Right now.
Whoa, easy. Take it easy, all right? Sure, just,
I fought and killed them in my practice playthrough. They're not that... You don't get anything cool or fun from them or good, so... Whatever. All right, so let's fast travel back to Shank.
Heard some rumbles, this one didn't get you either. Figure I shouldn't be surprised.
If you have any questions about Nuka-World, I'd be delighted to answer
Those
them.
raiders won't be causing us any
And
more problems.
remember,
That's what I've
any
been
time
hearing.
is the right time
So
to
I
enjoy
suppose
a
your
cold,
recent
refreshing
success brings us to the
Nuka-Cola.
next step. Loyalty. Without loyalty, everything that's yours ain't. And to keep a crew loyal, you need to keep them happy. Now, keeping raiders happy isn't real hard. Just have to make sure they've got their basic necessities, just like any other settlement. That they've got some things to keep them entertained, and that their food's taken care of, which, with raiders, well, isn't like dealing with other settlements. Now, if you want me to go into detail on any of that...
Uh-huh. What can you tell me about entertainment for the outpost?
Well, it's a damn handy way to keep folks distracted if you're lacking in certain basics. Constructing pick-me-up stations or getting one of your crew working on a booze still will certainly help lift your outpost's spirits. And if the place has got a Nuka-World transmitter powered up, you can construct amplifiers to help as well. Anything else I can answer for you?
Tell me more about providing food for the outpost.
So, managing your outpost's food can get a little tricky. No one ever joined a crew to dig in the dirt, so you'll want to make sure you've convinced enough settlements to supply your gang. People at the outpost can farm in a pinch, but they sure as hell won't be happy about it. Now, if you're ever wondering if your outpost has enough food, you should take a look in your Pip-Boy. It ought to have a page that'll show you everything your outpost currently needs. Food included. If they're low on grub, it's probably time to get a new settlement supplying you. Or you could always drop some food direct in their workshop if it comes to it. Now, was there...
I want to know more about managing the outpost's basic necessities.
Day-to-day needs. They're pretty straightforward. Just need to make sure you've set up solid defenses. Plenty of beds under cover, and enough clean water to go around. Not much more to it than that. Was there anything else?
I think I've got everything I need to know.
Sure. If you've ever got more questions, you come find no better tool to tell you what your outpost needs.
All right.
This time around,
Oh,
seems the outpost doesn't need much setting up. Means we can start looking on.
Okay, I guess they're already
With the
100%
place in
happy.
good shape
Cool.
as
That
it
saves me
is,
a lot of time.
I was thinking it might be time I set up shop there. Save you a trip anytime you want to run a job. You just let me know if that's something that'd interest you. Be good to make some trouble in the Commonwealth again. So, you ready for the final piece of the puzzle?
Hell yeah.
And that is...
Bodies. And not the kind the disciples like to leave sitting around. Because what you've made is a foothold. To solidify our place, our outfit's gonna need some real numbers. 2 more outposts carved from the Commonwealth ought to do the trick.
Right.
Get all that together, and, well, we'll have a real base of power on our hands. With that kind of clout, we'll be able to start setting up dealers at our outposts. Get to selling stuff like real damn towns. We keep expanding from there, we'll even be able to set up spots where the locals can come drop off tribute. But I'm getting ahead of myself. For now, you'll want to start by claiming another 2 outposts. You just let me know whenever you want to get rolling on those jobs. So, boss, what's the plan?
So yeah, my outpost was already 100% happy. It was not like that on my practice playthrough. It was only 92%. You can build like stuff to make them happy. Like just look for items that add happiness to it, and just build enough of them to add enough happiness to get it to 100%. So that's all it is. It's just basic, workshop
Chime
construction.
in at any time.
So
Answer some questions.
Shoot.
Is there anything our outpost needs at the moment?
Yeah. Getting word they could use some more food coming in. You had any other?
What do I need to take into account when intimidating settlements?
Well, the bigger and more fortified your target is, the more work you're gonna have to do to get them to crack. But using tools from the operators, building a Nuka-World transmitter within range of the settlement you're trying to target, they'll make it easier. Plus, the more outposts you've got nearby your target, the more interested they'll be in what you've got to say. So,
remind me, what's the best way to keep out?
Well, you want to
Remind
make sure
me.
they've got all the necessities.
So yeah, just build the basic necessities and shit.
And if you're wondering,
Entertainment.
it's
You can
gotta
build
pay.
like
And
a
lastly,
drink.
Was there any?
A drink. Don't make them pick food or farm too. By the way, that's what he mentioned earlier. Their happiness goes down if you assign them to like
Got it.
farming. So send Shank to an
want you to head
outpost.
Sure thing, boss.
We'll go ahead
Where
and
am I
send him to
going?
Green Top Nursery because it's our only outpost.
Suppose I better get him.
And let's go ahead and fast travel there. So I will meet you there at Green Top Nursery. So we're here. Let's go talk to Shank. I think I'm going to do a combat, like a raid and outpost sort of
You
deal.
looking
Do a
for me to
combat
set up
one
a
just to
couple
see how that
jobs so
goes.
we can start claiming those 2 outposts, or did you need something else?
Oh, let's get those outposts going.
Was hoping you could arrange a job for me.
Yeah.
What kind of job we talking here? For settlement, talk settlement, claim new gang
It's time we
outpost.
took over another.
And did you want to talk the settlers?
Get me a crew. That settlement's not going to know what hit them.
Sure. And which gang you want to join?
Let's bring the disciples.
Done. So, where you want?
We'll do the Taffington Boathouse. There's going to be creatures here, not people, so it's going to be easier to clear out and take care of.
Yeah, that one will do. So, these sorts of jobs are pretty straightforward. I'll make sure you've got some backup waiting to lend a hand. Now, you're not going to be able to take a direct route to the place.
Can no longer fast
way to
travel
get
there.
yourself killed. So you'll have to meet our folks outside town. Now, if you're looking for something to give you an extra edge, might be worth checking in with some of the gang bosses. Probably got some trick or two up their sleeves. The crew that's joining you is just gonna have standard kits, though. If you want to arm them up differently, I'd take along some extra gear. Knock 'em dead, boss.
Nah, we don't have to do that. I actually didn't do this on my practice playthrough. I did not assault a place. Taffington Boathouse. Okay, so let's go ahead and meet up with them. So this will be fun. I didn't do this on my practice playthrough. But then I kind of, because I didn't want to kill anybody. But then I kind of realized that, like, some of these don't have settlers at them, and that means there's creatures that you got to clear out, compared to, I'm talking about what Shank mentioned earlier, where he's like, yeah, sometimes there's going to be creatures you got to clear out. So we'll give them Taffington Boathouse. I did County Crossing instead of Taffington Boathouse on my other file, and I gave it to the pack. I actually gave all 3 of these to the pack, all 3 settlements that I constructed. In my practice playthrough, the pack have 5 settlements, and the operators have 2, like, total, or territories, not settlements, but territories. God, I don't even care. I'm just trying to get to this location. What is all this? Oh, shit. Kaboom! Alright, let's get to our raider allies.
Hey.
Hey, boss. Gotta look at what we're up against. Bunch of pests have run of the place. Wanna move in?
There anything I should know about the place we're about to hit?
What? You nervous, boss? I wouldn't sweat it.
Let's get this show on the road.
Begin. These bugs clearly want to begin it. Bust out the Deathclaw Gauntlet for this job. Ah, get off me. He's all fat now. Give me my blood back. I want that. Hey, I need that, sir. He's like, I don't give a shit. How did that one not die? What? How? That's a glitch. Jeez. If I've ever seen one. I can shoot through walls with critical hits. Nice try. We're moving in. That's what we agreed to do, right? Alright, let's do it. Fuck it. Said pest. That's good. At least it's an easy enemy. I wonder if my grenade... No, I don't have those grenades equipped. That's fine. I don't want to accidentally kill any of the gang members and have to deal with that shit. Come on, I saw a red dot over here. How are they all fighting? Oh. Ooh, leveled up. Nice. I think that lets me level up the next perk in the... Or the next level in this perk. Where is it? Oh, here we go. Yeah. Blitz. Boom. Okay. And that's it. I guess we cleared it. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and find the... Oh, shit. Who put that mine there? Who's the wise guy? Who's being the funny guy? We got to go to... Raider, flags, and the disciples. I'll just put theirs right here. All right. Let's go ahead and... This time I'm going to fast travel back here because that was a long walk. So I'll meet you back at Green Top Nurse. Okay, so I just basically just did a jump cut here to Ten Pines Bluff after speaking to Shank because he says the exact same shit that he just has for the last like 2 times we've claimed an outpost. I told him I want to talk the settlement into leaving, so I'm going to do that.
Hey.
And I chose the operators as the gang that gets the settlement. And this is the other settlement I chose in my practice playthrough, which is why I chose it on this one because
I'm here for your land.
I don't know, I just know.
You should
leave now. Let's take the other route.
Whoa, whoa. Take it easy, all right? Look, I can't just abandon this place.
Whoa, whoa! What you mean?
I'm going to make this easy for you. Take these caps.
You know what? I'll pay you to leave.
Caps?
I'm feeling
For
nice.
This?
Sure.
All right, cool. Let's go establish the operator's flag. All the way to the right to Raider, flags, operator. And I think that completes the quest, doesn't it? You've unlocked the new rank of Wasteland Warlord perk. You can now build Raider dealers at your outposts. Ooh, so that's Wasteland Warlord rank 2. One more rank we're going to get, and that's after we finish the power plant quest. So yeah, we cleared that out. That did complete Home Sweet Home. And we're going to end the episode here, actually. Next episode, we'll begin at Green Top Nursery, because we need to speak to Shank in order to begin Power Play, which is the next quest in the main storyline. So, yeah, establish Raider Outpost, 3 out of 3. This episode's going to have so much editing. Anyways, I'm probably going to go get high, smoke some weed, and edit all these videos now, and upload one today. So we'll end the episode here. Next episode, we will begin power play, and we'll speak to Shank and be like, "Yo, what the fuck is going on? Why is our raider buddies? Why are they rebelling?" And then there's 8 more that you can establish to get the tribute chest, and I think I'll show that off, and I'll probably do that like kind of at the end of all this. So anyways, the next episode we'll begin at Green Top Nursery, and we will speak to Shank. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and to consider subscribing to the channel for more content. My name is Brian, and hopefully I will see you in the next one.